Hello everyone, this is Supersnoopy here, back with another SWTOR Republic video. Today I have for you guys another SWTOR Republic discussion video. In today's discussion video, I'm just going to be going over powerful companions. Now I just wanted to make this discussion video because I kind of want to talk about the ways that companions, have changed in the ways that you can simply get them to be a bit more powerful. And I also kind of want to go over in my personal views on them being a lot more powerful than, before the actual Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion. So I hope you guys enjoy this SWTOR Republic discussion video. As always, if you guys enjoy these videos, then make sure to leave a like. And if you guys want some nice gaming glasses, then check the links down below. No scope gaming glasses, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the discussion. Alrighty guys, let's get into the discussion right now. So as you know, in SWTOR Republic recently, actually with the Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion, there was something that was included, and it kind of changed the ways that companions could be geared up and actually could level up and become more powerful. So basically what happened was that you now could simply level up companions simply by getting them companion gifts, or just getting influence by having conversations in the game. So now there's 50 ranks. There used to be 10 ranks, and it used to be called affection, but they changed it to influence. So now you just have to get a companion to the max level 50, and then they can actually become extremely powerful. Now currently my HK at 51 is at, I think level 46, and they currently have 93.8k, and they have, pretty decent stats. So you can just go ahead and actually go into it right here. And as you can tell right here, you can also see that, if you do have a actual, weapon, it doesn't really show up. It just says that they don't gain any stat bonuses from equipment. And they can just simply switch to a bunch of different stuff. You can change to the tech and the range. And you can tell that they do have a extreme amount of bonus damage. So basically the way it works, you can also tell that they do have the influence meter over here. That still is, I believe it's still maxed out to the influence rank 10. But of course it doesn't really show that right there when it comes down to the actual leveling of the companion. So I mean, as you can tell, you do get tons of abilities, and the companion becomes extremely powerful the further you actually level it up. So a lot of people didn't really like this change, since they felt like it made the companions extremely powerful. So after that, it seemed like there was even more complaints about it, so they just kind of, fixed it back a bit. So now the companions are just kind of, I would say, neutral. I mean, they still are pretty powerful, not gonna lie. I mean, it's basically another person, specifically when it comes down to actually having a healer. Like, HK51 can heal for quite a bit when it comes down to actually healing me, and it does allow a bunch of different stuff when it comes down to the game. But once again, I mean, some people really like this change, and some people didn't really like it. Now personally, I feel like it's really cool to implement a change where it allows you to get companion gifts to actually make your companion a bit stronger. But I still kind of felt like it would be a lot better if you could just simply gear up your companion again. Now, I know a lot of people wouldn't exactly want to do this because they feel like, it takes a while to simply gear up your companion. But I felt like that was the fun when it comes down to, before the actual Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion. It's just getting some gear for your companion so he can become even, he's not even, like, too OP, but he can, like, become extremely powerful. And then it makes it really fun. Whereas with this method, it just seems you have to rank him up all the way to 50, and then he becomes extremely powerful that way. So, I mean, I think a better way they should have done it is they just allowed us to, get them to rank 50, and they could slowly increase in power, and then we could start gearing them, but not have it to where, they gain tons of HP, and they gain tons of damage bonuses. Now, I will admit that gearing can be annoying at times, and a lot of people wouldn't really like that, but I felt like it added something to the game alone, since it was really fun to just, simply gear your toon in Ops gear, or PvP gear, and then you're like, hey, I want my companion to get some gear. So then you would gear them up with some of PvP and PvE gear. So when you decide to do something else in the game, then it would be a lot better, because you could realize that you could gear up your toon, and you could also gear up your companion at the same time. Kind of treat them like a second player, I guess, say, in a sense. But I mean, that's one thing that I felt like was really awesome when it came down to actually, dealing with the companions. But this change, in a sense, it still is really cool that they added this different system when it comes down to actually gearing up companions and allowing them to become more powerful. But I still feel like they should have kept some of the basic mechanics when it came down to actually getting your companion geared up completely. Because personally, I just really like the way they actually had the companions originally. And I just feel like having this influence system just really changes it up a bit. Now, as you can tell, it doesn't really change too much. The way that it works with influence, the way they could actually allow you to simply get more HP and allow the companion to become more OP, just kind of level up your presence. And what I mean by that is when you just actually go to the meter on your character right here, you can see that your presence goes to 3,141 right here because I do have a bonus from actually having HK51 out. It also includes datacrons, so if you do have those, then that also helps out with the presence. But whereas if you simply go to, say, for example, C2, N2, just go in and click him, you'll notice that I will have a lot less. I only have 1,091. So basically the way they allowed you to get your companions a bit more powerful is they increase your presence the further you actually level them up. So that, I guess that kind of makes sense that allows you to do that. But I feel like it would have been a lot better if they had, a really small amount of presence that you could gain each time with the ranks. And then you could still gear up the companions, because I just feel like it gets kind of boring at times when you can just realize that you can get them all the way to rank 50 and then they can basically become a super OP companion. Now, that's not to say that sometimes the companion AI can be a bit annoying at times. I mean, they still, after all, are a NPC in a sense. But, I mean, it just still kind of sucks that it kind of made it really simple to make your companions powerful compared to what it used to be, where you'd have to get them a bunch of really nice gear in order to actually get them to become powerful again. Even that, I still feel like they are even better now when it comes down to getting the influence all the way to rank 50, as I've noticed, just simply by leveling and doing all that stuff. And also, one thing that I feel that's kind of, something to note is with the new alliance system, it kind of ruined some of the sense of actually having a uniqueness when it came down to the actual companions. So let me just pull an example right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and use Lana right here. Just go ahead and spec her to heals. And they can just notice right here that some of these stuff is exactly the same. I mean, you can see that it prevents moderate damage. They still have different healing abilities in a sense. But once again, it still is really annoying because I feel like there's not really, something that's really unique, I guess, anymore. Because you can tell right here that this companion, then you just go away to HK51 right here. And then you just go ahead and click them. They have almost, they have extremely similar abilities. And I mean, that's kind of noteworthy. I understand why that would be because, I mean, HK51 wasn't originally a healer in the game. But I don't know, it just feels kind of sad in a sense because, I mean, if you still go to some of the damage stuff, basically companions are now kind of skins on their own. I mean, they aren't really exactly, the same as in more or less they are skins because they still do, the same amount of stuff. They still have similar abilities. Some of them have unique abilities, but I feel like overall it just kind of feels like, they do some of the same things. So if you have a healer, for example, you say I just want HK51 or I want another healer, I can just go ahead and just leave HK51 and just get a healer that's similar, that has a, similar rank and influence, and I can go to them because it just kind of changes a bunch of different stuff up. As you can tell right here, we do have something similar. And that's just kind of the way it works. I mean, it just seems like most of, I say more or less now more than ever, it's just kind of like, I say they're kind of skins in a sense, like they aren't really too important. They're just kind of like something to show off, as in, hey, I have this companion, I have this companion. But yeah, that's just something I noticed when it came down to companions. It was kind of like this before they even include the alliance, so I do want to note that as well. I'm not trying to say that, companions are completely ruined now. Honestly, they still are, similar in a sense. They just had some stuff change. I just kind of, just noticed that, some of the abilities are the same throughout all of the companions when it came down to actually having a healer, damage, or a tank. But I mean, that's kind of, I can understand that because they do have a lot of companions now for everyone. But yeah, guys, that's going to be the end for this Star Wars Republic discussion, going over powerful companions. Personally, I'm just kind of still neutral on the fact that they changed the system and how it works to actually getting powerful companions. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you guys enjoy these videos, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.